Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz. I'm using my fall full boxes this week to plan November 5th through 11th. Last week I didn't film, but I used this gorgeous kit from plannerlovers.cl, and if you want to see what it looks like, then look at my Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. So I'm just starting out by putting down some washi. I got this one from Michaels, and it's just like an orange zigzag. I didn't white anything out because it doesn't really bother me. And then I'm trimming everything with the slice tool. I'm looking through the rest of my washies. I think they were all from Amazon, except for the red with white polka dots. That's also from Michaels, from one of those like 3 for $1 bins. This yellow is from Amazon. And then I was trying to decide if I wanted to put something else because there was still a little space. That extra skinny yellow is from the Dollar Tree, but I decided to not put that down. So I was trying to decide what I wanted to do here, and I decided to just go straight into a washi weekend banner. So I'm using this red from Amazon. It's just part of the same kit from that yellow one, and then I'm putting this ruler, which I got on AliExpress, down just so that I don't end up having to like peel up all the little bits, which I end up having to do a lot. So as you might have noticed, this week I'm not using a kit. I am just using some full boxes and then a bunch of leftovers I have from a bunch of different kits. I'll try to say where they came from, but I will probably forget, to be totally honest. Most of them come from some of my own kits that I had as leftovers, but there are a few bits and pieces from other places as well. So that polka dot I said was from Michaels, just like the zigzag. Everything else I'm using here is from Amazon, and then I'm just pulling up some leftover washi. This is from my very first kit I ever designed, the Sunflower Fields kit. So this is the old format, which is no longer in the shop, but I had this leftover washi strips from there, so I just decided to pull those out to get some orange into here because I just don't have a lot of orange washi. So I'm trimming up the tops here, and then I'm pulling, this is from a Planner World, a leftover weekend banner. It came with 2 weekend banners, and I ended up using the blue one when I used that kit, so I just used the brown leaf pattern now. So I'm trying to decide which of my full boxes I want to use as my quote box. I did a bad job trimming these apparently, so you'll see me struggling a bit as we go along, but I will figure it out. So if you go the 6th line down on the Recollections planners, it ends up perfectly even with the top of the like header space. So I'm pulling this patterned header from one of my old kits. I think this is from the Tea Time kit. And then I am pulling a brown habit tracker from my leftovers. I'm not sure where this is from. I think it's from Pink Pixel Graphics, but don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure where it's from. Then I'm putting down a little bit of the yellow washi, the same stuff I used in the bottom, just to kind of bring that color in a little bit more. And then I had a leftover from my Tea Time kit again of this brown heart checklist. It only had 4 of the boxes because I used the other ones, but this is all I really needed. And then I'm pulling this Get It Done leftover, which I also think is from Pink Pixel Graphics, just to kind of go in and get a little bit more yellow there, and to head my to-do list. So I was doing a dissertation challenge this week, so I decided that was what I was going to track in my habit tracker, and then just my usual stuff in my to-do list. And then since that's all I decided to put down this week, I had a little bit of extra space, and so I am just pulling in some extra full boxes to kind of fill in the rest of the space. Usually I put in a longer to-do list and a second habit tracker, but I just wasn't feeling it this week, so I pulled in a pumpkin full box and then a wood full box, and then I just trimmed the bottom of that full box so that it would be even with the bottom of the washi. So then going back to those patterned headers from, this is from the stem kit that I used towards the end of October. So I'm just pulling out these headers. This means I finished this page, which is awesome. And then I'm just going to put these down at the top of every day. For the weekend, I'm putting it in the second row technically, but that's the top of my day for that. So now I'm going to get started on Monday. So I'm pulling from that same Sunflower Field set. So my husband had a ambulance shift from 6 to 11, so I just wanted to mark that. Then I was counting, this is definitely from the Tea Time set, I was counting how many of these little things I had. I need to write, I do a part-time job, so I just need to write when my shift was for that. You can't really see it on here, but I was just marking shift 9 to 12. on there. Then going back to the Sunflower Fields kit, I pull one of the fancy labels. And I am not sure what I am putting in there. Oh, I needed to research candidates because Tuesday was the election. Sorry if you just had to hear my dryer go off. And then I'm putting above that a Creative Cavern Studio gym sticker. I did a daily burn 15-minute workout, so I just wanted to mark that. Then I'm looking at the full boxes because I want that in the middle for Monday. So I put down this box with this gorgeous like benches with a bunch of leaves, which I think is really nice. And that was a glitter header from the Sunflower Fields kit, and then I'm pulling in also the orange glitter header from the Sunflower Fields kit. I ended up using all their headers when I used that kit, so I had these left over. So now I'm trying to figure out what else I need to mark for the rest of my day. And I'm pulling in a heart little thing that's orange from the Sunflower Fields kit. I had a lot of this left over, so I'm putting that up at the top. And then I am just marking that I worked on my thesis draft for there. Then I put in a little quarter box with the sunflowers, and I just marked that I had to do work. I do work every day, but sometimes I just feel like I should mark because I had an especially productive day or I have the space, something like that. So I just marked that with the little laptop as well from the Sunflower Fields kit. And then pull a quarter box. This one is from my Autumn is Calling set that I had left over. It has like a little leaf pattern. You can't see it super well on the screen, but it's there. And then I drop it, but I pick it back up, and I had a ton of cleaning to do. I needed to do dishes and a bunch of other things, so I just marked clean the house with that icon from the Sunflower Fields kit. Moving on to Tuesday, I'm trying to figure out how I want to mark. It was my grandma's birthday, so I pull a half box from the Sunflower Fields kit, and I put that down. And then I looked through my Happy Planner sticker set, and I find the birthday page. You've been seeing this one a lot lately because we've had a lot of birthdays, and I'm just figuring out how I want to mark it. So I decided to pull one of these little like star asterisk things. I find my tweezers because I need the help. Put that down, and then also there were some like little dots, so I put down a little red dot, just like confetti dot. And then I just write Happy Birthday Grandma in there. I'm using my like knockoff Muji pens that I got on AliExpress in the red color this week. So then I'm looking at all of the stickers I got on the Election Day sampler from Corsa's Creations, and trying to figure out what I want to put. So I put down the orange or red glitter header first. It's kind of like orangey red, I don't know which color to call it. And then I'm trying to decide how I want to mark this, because the like big I voted sticker is too big. The election day one, I was like, I don't know if this is what I want. So I was really struggling with this. So I pull out another fancy label, this one a dark red one from the Sunflower Fields kit, and just put that down. And then I pull one of the little monsters that is patriotic, and just mark down vote. I needed to go vote that morning. And then I'm figuring out what else I want to mark. Sorry, I'm moving around. I have like a ton of my leftovers over in the back corner. So then I'm putting down my shift again just to mark that when I did that. Looking now, it's a little crooked, but it didn't bother me at the time, so I'm sure it's fine. Then I pull another one of the leftover flags from the Sunflower Fields set, and I mark that I need to meet with my advisor. Next up, I pull one of the class labels from the Sunflower Fields kit. I don't actually put class labels in my kits anymore, but I'm going to use the leftovers while I have them. So I just marked class. I was teaching that day. It's the kind of class that you don't meet every week, so I just needed to mark down that we were meeting this week. I then pull another one of those little heart little things from the same kit and lay that down, and just mark that I went to the eye doctor. Sorry for the stuffy nose. And then below that, I pulled one of the meal little things and marked that we went to Qingdao and then also got Kung Fu bubble tea. So Qingdao is just a Chinese restaurant locally. So I'm pulling some more of these little glitter headers. One of the yellow ones again. I'm just kind of going across in each of the items, and then I'm figuring out what else I need, and I realize I haven't put down a full box, so then I need to look at the full box options once I find them. Oh, I needed to look at some other things, I guess, as well. So I wanted to mark the bubble tea, so I pull a little red bubble tea and put that down. So I pulled a half box. Nope, this is like a quarter box, I guess. And just put it on the back of my hand. That's from the Autumn is Calling set. And then I am looking at all the different boxes I have and trying to find one that I can put the half box on top of. So I pull this one with like a girl holding a bunch of pumpkins. I think it's really cute. So I put that one down, and then I just put the half box on top of that towards the bottom. And I just need to mark in that I had curling, and that was a late game. So mark that, and then I'm moving on to Wednesday, so I'm trying to find a full box for the top of Wednesday. So I decide to go with this one that is like an overhead view of a forest during fall. Again, I trimmed badly, so I'm just kind of using my slice tool to trim it a little bit better. I cut it a little bit badly, but I don't think that it's really noticeable when once it's laid down. So put that full box in, and then I need to find the glitter header, and I'm putting in that like orange glitter header. And then I struggle a little bit with that one. And then I am going to start dealing with the rest of my plans for that day. So I put down the yellow glitter header just while I'm at it. I've already pulled that one out earlier when I pulled out the one for Tuesday. So I pulled that same little brown little thing just to mark my shift again. And I need to trim that one a little bit because I didn't slice that one well either. So I just put that one down and label when my shift is. And then I realized I hadn't checked off everything on the sidebar, so I just filled that in while I was at it. It was distracting me, so I felt like it was better to move on. Alright, now I'm looking through all of my leftovers again, pull out the Sunflower Fields kit again, and I pull a little gift icon and lay that down. I needed to mail my sister's birthday present, so I just put that down there. And then after that, I decide to pull out, I think this is going to be a quarter box, yeah, a quarter box from the bottom of the Sunflower Fields kit, and lay that down next. And then I'm trying to find an icon that I think goes with this, so I pull out this little computer icon and lay that down as well, and just mark that I dealt with a bunch of emails that day. And then I didn't really do anything else the rest of the day. It was not a super productive day. So I am just looking for another full box to fill in there. So I pull this one with a coffee cup and then trim that so that it actually is correctly cut, and just lay that one down as well. All right, moving on to the second half of the week. On Thursday, I start out with one of these fancy labels from the Autumn is Calling kit, and I put in one of the Dr. Candy Apple from Sassy Apple Studios, and fill in that I had an appointment with one of my doctors. I fill in which doctor it is off camera, just for privacy reasons. But I fill in the rest of that there, and then I am pulling a quarter box from the Sunflower Fields kit, and I am filling in that I went to an online learning symposium. And then I pull the little thing, just like I've been doing, to mark my shift. And then I pull out the glitter headers, just like I've been doing, one orange and one yellow, and then as you'll see in a second, I couldn't remember which was on the top, so I flipped it over just to make sure I continued in the same pattern. Sorry for any stuffy nose, my allergies have been driving me crazy today, but I am doing my best. Alright, So I wanted the full box in the middle for Thursday, especially because Wednesday had it at both the top and the bottom. So I pulled this one with like little scones and pumpkins. I think it's really cute and feels very fall to me. Then I pull a half box from the Sunflower Fields kit, and I put that down next. And then I just put basically my to-do list on there. So I checked off that I had emails to deal with. I needed to work on my thesis, and then I ran some errands. Going back to the same Sunflower Fields kit, I felt like the colors went really well for fall. I pull out one of the meal little things and I lay that down. Oh, I get distracted and decide to look for some sushi because we went for sushi. So this little cuties kit is from Michael's. It's like $1 at Michael's. Definitely recommend them. You can use the 50% off coupons. So I pulled this little sushi sticker and just write down Tokyo that way instead. And so next up we are on to Friday. So I pull my last little thing to mark a shift and put that down and mark my shift there. You can see the meal little thing on my arm, but I will eventually use it. Then I pull a fancy label, a pattern fancy label from my Sunflower Fields set. You can get most of these things still in the reformatted kit. It's mostly the class and medium labels that aren't there anymore. And then I go to the Creative Cavern Studio little bow clips, and I put down a yellow one on there. And then I am just marking there that I won a Fox and Cactus credit on Instagram, so that was super exciting, and I look forward to using that. Then I put down a little flag from the Sunflower Fields set and another one of those little Gym Girl from Creative Cavern Studio. And I just marked there that I did We Do Hard Stuff workout from the Facebook group that I'm a part of. So then I'm pulling out the glitter headers again, and all of these orange ones decided to try to stick together, so I had to separate them. And it's not perfect, but it'll do, and then I just pull some of the little extras off with my slice tool. So that's down now. So going back to the Sunflower Fields set, I think I'm looking at all the different icon options, trying to decide how I want to fill that in. I end up just putting down the little thing for meals at the bottom and working my way back up. So I just marked that we went to Cedar, which is Lebanese food, at the bottom, and then I pull a half box from the Autumn is Calling kit and put that underneath the glitter header. I had some scrippy scraps I needed to move, so I put that one down there, and then I pull out one of the icons with like a little briefcase, and I just mark that I had a ton of work to do. I feel like I was pretty productive on Friday, which is sort of surprising because Fridays tend to be the worst for me. And then I try to pull a little quarter box from this Planner World kit. It was a little bit of a struggle, but I got there. So this matches the weekend banner, and then I'm just filling that in that tiny little slot that's left over, and I went to a massage during that time, which was really nice, and I definitely felt a lot better afterwards. And then I'm pulling a little bit of a clock icon and going back up towards the top there, and just marking, I don't remember what I marked there. Oh, I had to call about jury duty, so I have jury duty potentially this week that I am recording this in, so I just needed to call to find out my instructions. So then I put a full box in at the bottom. This one has like a little hot cocoa cup and a scarf, and I think it's so cute and definitely cozy. And that was also the first day that we had snow on the ground. It all melted by the end of the day, but it seemed very appropriate to use like this more wintry kind. So then I'm pulling the full boxes for the weekend. So I put a mushroom on Sunday. It's my sister's birthday, and she really enjoys going mushroom hunting, so I thought that that would be appropriate. And then I am putting this other full box that has kind of like different foods on it onto Saturday. So then I pull the last two yellow glitter headers and put those down because I put the brown ones from the stem kit in the top part. They're just going to not match, but I'm totally fine with that. So then I'm figuring out how I want to mark everything. So first I pull one of the meal little things for Saturday, and just mark down we went to Firecrest. It's one of those like wood burning ovens that makes your pizza super fast. Then I pull a half box. We went to the Christkindl market, which was super fun, even though it was really cold. Luckily, they had little space heaters. These stickers are actually from the Amazon catalog, so I just pulled this little stocking. It didn't want to stick super well because you're supposed to put it in the catalog, I guess, but I just pulled them out and it did stick in the end. So I just marked that I went to the Christkindl market. Pretty sure I spelled Christkindl wrong, but I decided to not correct it and just leave it wrong. That was fine. And then I put down a little $sign. We need to go to Costco, and we made a pretty big Costco run because we had a lot of things that we needed. So then moving on to Sunday, I am pulling another one of these half boxes from my Sunflower Fields kit and putting that down first. I just want to mark that it is my sister's birthday. So she really enjoys plants, as is probably obvious. So I pull this from the little cuties set, and it's like a little, I don't know, cactus, aloe, something like that. And I just mark that it's her birthday there. Excuse me, I almost want to sneeze. Okay, then I pull a little thing for a meal, and I put that towards the bottom. Excuse me, I am so sorry. And I cover up Veterans Day, but that's fine. Just put down that we went to Han Noodle Bar, which is a Chinese restaurant. I always know it's Veterans Day because it matches my sister's birthday, so it's not something that I tend to forget. Then I pull a quarter box from the Sunflower Fields kit, and I'm just filling that in that little space left over. And then I am just marking that we need to do cleaning and some errands. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!